Hey guys, Chris here, and I've been collecting a couple of things for the RX100 since buying the RX100 VII a couple of weeks ago. So I wanted to show you all the stuff I've bought, all the videos I've watched online, and try and kind of show you the ultimate little tiny package you can carry around with you and have just good shots as you can on the A7 III. So let's get into it. Okay, so the issue that a lot of people have with the RX100 is the fact that it doesn't actually have any built-in neutral density filters. Now, yes, this is really annoying, but from what I've heard, a couple of my friends actually had the old ones with the built-in ND filters, and they're not actually that good, so they ended up actually buying an additional one anyway. So the way in which you could do this, because obviously this doesn't have any screw-on mounts, is you should buy what's called, the one that I bought is called a mag filter, which looks something like this. And basically this is a 52mm attachment adapter, which you can then put 52mm screw on neutral density filters, such as this Tiffin one that I have here. And then what you do is you glue onto the front. It's very simple glue to remove, so it doesn't damage your camera. A magnetic strip, which looks like that on the camera. It's very clean, it just hides the typography on the front, but it looks really clean. In fact, I actually prefer it like this. And then what happens is that just snaps on. And then you can add whatever filter you want. You can put a polarizer on, you can put a neutral density filter on, so there's way more options. And it's still really clean. And if you wanted to, you can take this off, not have it in your pocket if you were trying to pocket this camera. So other than that, obviously, the inclusion of the microphone jack is a massive feature for the Sony RX100 VII. So I had a couple of audio ideas in which I've used. The one at the moment that I can't show is the tiny video micro, which is currently being used to film the audio on this right now. But that's because I put it on there because it's my least favorite configuration that I've found so far. It was actually one that I already owned, and I was using it on a B script for my iPhone years ago. And I use it as a little backup camera because it has a built-in battery, so you don't need to buy external batteries and things on shoot. So if for any reason your bigger microphones die, you've got it as a little mini backup. But actually I found a couple more that I've been using. So I've been using the wireless configuration by Rode. This is the tiny video micro, I think it's called. I'll put a link. Yeah, this is amazing. You can just plug this in to the camera, and then you plug this on yourself to use as a lapel mic. Now what's good about this is it actually has clips that act as the cold shoe. So what you can do is just clip it onto itself and then clip it into the actual RX100 like so. And then it can actually support itself on the side of the camera. So you don't need to buy any additional cages or anything like that. It's still a tiny little camera setup that you can easily plug in and plug out and put in your pocket when you don't want to use it. So just plug that in, plug this on yourself, and you're ready to go. Now, I found that this is a little bit bulky, and I don't like using it on certain t-shirts and things because it's kind of obvious. So what I've been using is the original lapel mic. Now, Rode have recently come out with one of these. So if you're buying one of these from new, I'll put a link to the actual one that works with this microphone setup. But if you've got the old one that works with a phone only, which is what this is Rode actually sell an adapter, which is here. I'll link this down in the description. And basically that allows you to plug this into here, and then this can be on your belt, and you've got a way smaller little hidden microphone in which you can use to get decent audio out and about when vlogging and not look as obvious. This can also be clipped directly into the RX100 as well if you wanted to. But then obviously you've got a lead that's coming from your arm, so it could look a little bit odd. Okay, another great feature, which I haven't fully tested this yet, but I bought this recently and I want to try it on my next vlog when I go out and about, is I think it's called the Solomonic Microphone. Now this has got a little dead cat on it, but this is so cool because it literally just clips onto the side of the camera, so it doesn't need any cold shoes to mount it. Like so. It's a really super clean small setup which you can then vlog out and about. It's not in the way, but it's going to be way better audio than what's in the camera. And I'll link a description to my next vlog in which I'll be using this solely to see what the audio quality is like. So other than that, obviously you don't want to be putting down the RX100 on flat surfaces. Sometimes it'd be rocky and you lose balance. So I have a couple of tripod options. Now, I've been using the Manfrotto Pixie 2. Now I've heard that the Pixie one's actually better, and I kind of tend to agree from looking at pictures because this thing's so big, it's actually very hard to put anywhere. but it works out quite well as a selfie stick if you wanted to just get it a little bit further away with the 24mm lens. You can. It's got a little bit more reach, and in fact these actually extend out so you can get it even further if you wanted to. So I carry that around with me in an emergency. I actually tend to use this more for putting a light on if I wanted to get some better light, because sadly the problem with the small sensors and things is they're not the best in low light conditions. So I actually carry around with me this tiny Aperture Light. It's super clean. These are really cheap and affordable as well, and they can get really bright. So I mean, this is, and it's rechargeable as well, so you haven't got to keep buying batteries for it. This is a great little light. I carry around with me all the time because it's super small, and it can help just in certain conditions where you want to get a little bit better light on your subject. And then my other tripod that I use, which tends to be on the camera quite a lot, is this Joby, I think it's called the Micro Hybrid. And this is quite clean in the fact that it just kind of goes onto the bottom of the camera and it hooks out the way, so you don't even know that it's there. It's just clean at the bottom of the camera. But then when you want to, you can just twist this, and it's a super small tripod. Now sadly, I was hoping with this that I could actually use it as a mini stick as well, a mini selfie stick to hang out the front, but if you do that, it has to unclip and it's not very stable, so I definitely wouldn't recommend doing that with it. But it's quite a nice little clean setup if you want to be quickly moving the camera around, want to get a little tripod and put it on. Now another issue with this is that I've found as well is that it blocks the battery and the SD card, which is just annoyance, but I found that with every single one of the tripods that I've tried, small or big, so it's just a little bit of an issue with the RX100, and that's where potentially buying an RX100 cage could come in handy, but I just didn't want to bulk this out anymore. That's the whole reason I bought this camera. When you start adding cages and all that kind of stuff, you might as well buy an A6400 or the new A6600 that's just been announced, especially for the price that this camera is. So with this, I mean these two especially, you've got a really super clean setup which you can just carry around with you anywhere. Quickly take that out, put it in your pocket. You've got a tiny little setup. When you're ready to go, just plug it in. You're good to go. So this is a really cool, clean setup with the addition of a mag filter to really help up your production quality when you're out. And other than that, I just bought a really small carrying case, but it's not the best carrying case, so I think I'm going to be looking for another one. But this is just really cheap. It was on Amazon, a little low pro one. But it's very clean and very tight to get in here, so when I've got a couple of these accessories on, it's not really going to fit in very well, which is why I'm going to be looking for another version. It does fit in, but it's not the best. You have to put things in other pockets, whereas I would like to have some little pockets elsewhere, but it keeps it tidy, it keeps it clean. So yeah, and that was only £10. And the reason I bought this one over any others is the fact that it has a loop for your belt, but also a loop that you can put on for around the bag, so that's why I use this one at the moment. But I'm looking to try and find a better one, maybe a small peak design or just one that's a bit more clever with its configuration. And the only other thing I have on my camera is a screen protector at the back. Now I bought a matte finish one because I thought it would help with the light outside, but sadly when I put on glasses I still can't see the screen. So I don't know if any of you guys have had any screen protectors. I know this is an issue with mostly all the Sonys, so I was wondering if any of you guys know of any screen protectors that would work great for the RX100 for when I put my glasses on. Now the viewfinder still works with my polarized glasses, so it just seems to be the back screen, but any help on that would be very much appreciated, because obviously I don't have all the money in the world to keep buying loads of screen protectors to put on, and I hate putting on screen protectors. I always get dust everywhere. So anyway, that's the my setup for my RX100 so far. If any of you guys have got any awesome setups that you've been doing with the RX100 or small compact cameras in general, then let us know in the comments below, and please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.